I'm Brenda Magambo, a caregiver and a mother to a boy who has cancer, 13 years old, in grade 8.
What type of cancer ndio ako nayo?
He has T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma. It's a very rare form of cancer. It was diagnosed this year on March. First of all, we started with pneumonia-like symptoms. So he went back to school on January like any other kid. Like on January, the first 3 weeks he was in school. Then I was called. He is in boarding grade 8. Then I was called. Nikambiwa amekuwa mgonjwa na amepelekwa dispensary, but he is not responding. Then from there he was taken to, I took him home. I took him to Kiambu Hospital. He was diagnosed with pleural effusion and pericardial. It's some fluid in the lungs and in the heart. He was not improving. Actually, the situation was getting worse. So they referred us to KNH. In KNH, we stayed there like 2 months. That's when they realized that he had cancer. And after biopsy, that was in March, which was done in Aga Khan, they realized he had a very rare form of cancer.
At what stage was he diagnosed with the cancer? Like at what stage was the cancer?
In the beginning, there were some issues because they did the biopsy after emergency chemo. His was very risky. He has a growth in between the heart and the lungs, in the mediastinum. So it was risky. So they did an emergency chemo before the biopsy because they had, with the test, the blood test, they suspected he had cancer. So they did the emergency chemo. So the results were not very clear in Aga Khan. So they sent another sample to Boston in US. At first, it was T-cell lymphoma. Then after the second test from Boston, they realized it was not T-cell, but it is T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma. So it was in the result shows that it was in stage 3. But later on, after the PET scan, they discovered it's stage 4.
So what were the signs and symptoms that you noticed before?
I'll go back to December. Actually, my son is very active. He really loves swimming. So I never realized anything. But before going back to school, he complained of cough. But it was just a mild cough. So I just got a cough syrup and took him back to school. So they took him to hospital, but they realized he was not improving. His appetite went down in 2 weeks. Like in 2 weeks, his appetite went down. He started losing weight. Because by the time I was called in school, actually nilimwona nikashtuka. He had lost so much weight in like 2-3 weeks. And his lips were so dry, he couldn't walk for long. Like after 3-4 steps, he gets so tired. By the time we got to hospital, in Kiambu Hospital, his oxygen level was so low, so he had to be put on oxygen for like, he stayed on oxygen for like 35 days. That is in Kiambu, later on in KNH. Another thing is he had chest pains. So he had all the symptoms of pneumonia. Yeah. Actually, and TB also. In Kiambu, they almost gave him TB treatment. Yeah. But later on, that's when in KNH, after KNH discovered after draining the fluid, that's when they discovered that he had a growth inside. The growth had caused so much fluid in the heart and in the lungs. So they couldn't discover with the scans and the ultrasounds. But after training, that's when they discovered.
So you've been in this journey for close to 1 year now. Okay, how would you say
9 months.
9 months? So how would you say your life was before diagnosis and after diagnosis?
Everything changed. For one, I'm a saloonist, so I have to work. like manually. So with a sick child, I no longer go to work. And like the time we stayed in KNH, he's still in KNH, but on and off. Sometimes we are home. After like 2 weeks, we are back to hospital for chemos. Everything changed. I no longer go to work. If I have maybe like 2, 3 or 3 days in a week when he is stable. And for him, he has not gotten back to school yet. It's like 7, 9 months now.
And what would you say has your experience been dealing with your son who's been diagnosed with cancer?
One, the perspective about cancer changed. You know, before we thought I never even thought that I could have a kid or even a relative who has cancer. But I guess everything has changed. If I go through the same experience, maybe with someone else, it could be even different. Cancer is not a death sentence. It's treatable. I've seen my baby improve from oxygen to playing. Right now, he can even play football. And you need to be positive. I guess being positive has really helped us. And also a supportive family. Our family is very supportive.
In terms of treatment, what kind of treatment has your son gone through?
We are undergoing chemotherapy for now. With T-cell lymphoma, it's like a kind of blood cancer. It affects the white blood cells. So the treatment is almost the same as leukemia. So the chemos are quite intense. He also needs a stem cell transplant, which is not even, I don't think there is a hospital that is doing it currently in Kenya, which is supposed to be done in India. It's supposed to have even been done for him, but we have not yet done it due to financial constraints. Yeah, but so far we are only doing the chemotherapies.
And has the chemotherapy had an effect on him? Like, what are some of the side effects that he's gone through?
He lost hair. His nails turned color, they turned to black. He's lost a lot of weight, appetite. They usually get the mouth sores, which are very painful. Yeah, and he is so prone to infections. Like, you come into my house, you are coughing, the next day he is coughing. Yeah, he is so prone to infections. So somehow he is limited. He can no longer go to swimming pools the way he likes swimming. He can't go to school. He can't go to functions. Yeah.
Being a parent who has a child who has cancer, what are some of the challenges you'd say you've faced?
Cancer is very expensive. The treatment, the diet, everything is very expensive. You know, like, I'm a single mother, by the way, so I have to work. I'm a salonist. I have to work to be paid. I no longer go to work. You see, it's not like any other kind of job. Maybe you can work with a laptop or a computer while watching over him. This one, I have to be physically there. So the biggest is financial. Then another one is emotionally. Sometimes it's really so hard to deal with someone you don't even understand. It's like chemo affects their moods also. So, and with the children, it's quite difficult. You're trying to force someone to eat, and they have mouth sores. And you know, on my part, I'm looking at the bigger part. If he doesn't eat, the chemo will affect him more, but he doesn't understand that. And trying to support them emotionally, and I'm also emotionally drained at times. Yeah.
Has it also affected him emotionally?
Yeah. Sometimes you will even find him crying alone, and he can't explain. He is a teen, so sometimes, you know, maybe the teenager is disturbing him. There is the chemos. He is not going to school. His life has really changed. So he is emotionally down.
Being a parent who has a child with cancer, you're ideally their caregiver. How has your journey been as a caregiver to your son?
Naweza sema si rahisi, but somehow pia ni rahisi. The fact that he is my son, I know what he likes, what he doesn't. Najuanga when he is down, when he is not. Si rahisi, but pia ni rahisi.
In terms of treatment, cancer treatment, ideally there's the medical aspect of the treatment. What other support have you received aside from medical treatment? Like, is there a support group that has helped you?
Yeah, like my son he is being treated in KNH. Like, since we discovered, the only thing that has been done outside KNH is the PET scan and the biopsy. So hiyo time yote amekuwa KNH, and kuna organization inaitwa Faraja, wao huenda huko. Like, mostly they train them with they attend music classes, they bring them toys to play with, the books. They even take them out sometimes. So Faraja somehow imefanya ikuwe rahisi. Inarahisisha wasikuwe pia depressed. Unajua environment yao si ukikaa huko sana, like una feeling ni kama life iendelee, but in their, especially when you visit them in their ward, utaona kuna life, sababu they have sessions like unasikia saa hii teacher fulani anakuja, we are going for music classes. Other times utasikia maybe leo tunapelekwa out, and Faraja has been doing this.
So you can say Faraja has made a difference in terms of helping with the treatment.
Yeah.
What other support does Faraja give aside from what you've mentioned?
They teach them how to do embroideries. He has been doing that. He even does them in the house, the crochet thing. Pia then drawing, he is an artist, he really loves drawing. So wamekuwa wakiwasaidia with the drawing and the music classes. Yeah, those are the benefits that we have gotten from Faraja.
Have they offered you probably support in terms of counseling?
Yeah, my boy, not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has received some counseling, especially time tuko na issue like, unajua sometimes sababu ya zile vitu happen osi, like saa hii mko na mtoto mwingine, in the next like 2-3 hours amesha pass. Sometimes unapatanga they are trained, ukienda kumjaribu sijui kula ndio ndawe isiku affect, nakwambia unajua fulani pia anakulanga and alipass. So sometimes we talk to the Faraja, namwambia mtoto wangu anapitia this and this, and they do the counseling.
What advice would you give parents who are in a similar situation as you are as a caregiver for a child who has cancer?
I would advise them to be strong and positive. Sababu hakuna mzazi una expecting kuambiwa mtoto wako ako na cancer. First of all, it will break you. But if it happens, you need to be positive and strong. Sababu usipokuwa positive, there are so many voices zenye utasikia huko nje, maybe amerogwa, maybe kuna kitu ulifanya, maybe we go and pray. But sikatai prayers do work, but pray while supporting your kid and take them to hospital. There are so many kids losing their lives sababu ya kupelekwa kwa hizi ndawa za mitishamba, ama unampeleka chacha aombewe. Na encouraging wazazi ukue positive. It may happen, it shall happen. So what next? Work with your doctor. After we realize ni stage 4 cancer, for walisema they have, that was like last month. Hiyo ilikuwa after PET scan. So walisema warafanya a discussion sababu ilionekana ni stage 4 after ameandango treatment for like, tumemaliza part inaitangwa induction. Hiyo ndio the first part ya hizo blood cancers. So in KNH niliacha kama wako na discussion, hiyo wanaitanga hiyo panel discussion ya oncologist to see way forward. But walisema what is more needed now is the stem cell transplant. That's why wali advise afanywe hiyo stem cell transplant.
So you've said that your doctors, or rather the doctors, have advised you to partake a stem cell transplant. What stage are you in terms of that, and what maybe the support that you'd probably need in terms of that?
Daktari alisema he needs stem cell transplant which is supposed to be done in India. Alafu tumeuliza mahospitali kadhaa in India. The price inaratea, the lowest yenye tumepata is around 6 million yenye inahitajika for the treatment. So tulianzisha a WhatsApp group for fundraising. Tuko pia na pay bill to try and raise the money. So far we've raised 700,000, which is way too below. And we also have a fundraising in our church, which is for the Harvest Mwirigo, which will be held on 5th October. Mwenye anataka kusaidia, unaweza tusaidia kwa kutumia pay bill. The pay bill is 400, account is 104 96 21 Peter Gitau Medical Fund.